Hello, dear friends. This message is for you, from your trusted sexologist and doctor, a woman who, over the years, has learned a great deal about the female body and its evolution. Today, I want to invite you to an intimate and honest conversation about a topic that some may prefer to avoid but that deserves to be approached with knowledge and understanding: how a woman's vagina changes as she ages. Before we go into detail, I want to clarify that this content is intended for people over 50 years of age, as it aims to offer valuable and realistic information about sexual well-being at this stage of life. It's not about hiding reality, but about understanding it and finding ways to adapt with love and wisdom to the changes that time brings. Many people find discussions about this uncomfortable, but the truth is that our bodies remain sources of pleasure and life, no matter our age. So, let's talk with an open mind and with the intention of better understanding our bodies and enjoying a fulfilling sex life at every stage of life. Let's start this journey of self-knowledge. Throughout a woman's life, the vagina, a complex and fascinating structure, undergoes several changes. During menopause, which usually occurs between the ages of 45 and 55, there is a decrease in estrogen production. Estrogen is a hormone that influences many functions of the female body, including vaginal health. With reduced estrogen levels, the walls of the vagina tend to become thinner and less elastic. Some women may also experience a decrease in natural lubrication, a condition known as vaginal atrophy or genitourinary syndrome of menopause. This change can cause uncomfortable sensations during intimacy or even in everyday activities such as walking or sitting. However, not everything is a loss. Decreased hormone levels can be managed with various strategies, from using suitable lubricants to considering hormonal therapies. It's important to emphasize that these changes are not a reason to give up pleasure, but rather an invitation to better understand our anatomy and discover new ways to enjoy our sexuality as we age. Physical and sexual response changes. These changes are not limited to the anatomy of the vagina, but also extend to the sexual response. In earlier stages of life, arousal and lubrication often occur quickly. Over the years, however, they may require more time and stimulation. This is completely normal. A slower response can allow for a deeper and more conscious connection with partners. Experience and maturity can become allies, as intimacy evolves into a richer experience where the senses are fully engaged, without rushing. According to some studies in the field of sexual psychology, women over 50 can experience a phase of rediscovery. The decreased concerns about fertility and an increased understanding of their bodies can lead to a freer and less socially conditioned sexual experience. Although sensations may differ, many women find pleasure in techniques they hadn't considered before, such as erotic massage or prolonged stimulation. Emotional and psychological well-being. Emotional and psychological states play crucial roles in how we experience sexuality during maturity. Sometimes, the physical changes accompanying menopause can affect self-esteem and generate feelings of insecurity. It's common for some women to feel their bodies are no longer perfect or desirable. However, this should not overshadow the beauty and worth of their evolving selves. The true beauty and sensuality are not in the youth of the skin, but in the ability to accept and love our body as it is. Self-confidence is key to enjoying intimacy. Remember, the experience of the years brings a wisdom that is often absent in youth. Numerous studies have shown that psychological well-being has a direct impact on sexual health. Staying active, practicing relaxation techniques or yoga, and fostering a positive attitude toward life can all improve the quality of our intimate experiences. Body care, along with an active social life, can be powerful allies in maintaining a healthy and fulfilling sex life. For women who feel that physical changes are affecting their well-being, there are effective therapeutic options available. Local hormone therapy, for example, can help restore elasticity and thickness to the vaginal walls. The use of lubricants or specific moisturizers can provide relief from dryness. Some women also find benefits in practicing pelvic floor exercises, such as Kegel exercises, which help strengthen the muscles in the area and improve sexual response. For those who prefer to avoid hormonal treatments, there are more natural alternatives. These include the use of specific oils, regular physical activity, and a diet rich in phytoestrogens, plant compounds that mimic the action of estrogen, which can help mitigate symptoms associated with menopause. It is always advisable to consult with a women's health specialist to find the most appropriate approach based on individual needs. Finally, I'd like to discuss the importance of rediscovering pleasure in maturity. Intimacy is not limited to physical contact. It is an experience that embraces the heart and soul. At a certain age, women may feel more liberated to explore different forms of intimacy with their partners or even through self-exploration. This can be a powerful tool to learn how our body has changed and to discover new sensations to enjoy. Mature sexuality is often characterized by a deeper, less superficial approach. Gentle caresses, open communication with your partner, and the use of alternative stimulation techniques can significantly enrich the experience. Instead of focusing solely on the physical aspects, it's important to open our minds to the possibility that pleasure also resides in the small moments of shared intimacy, emotional connection, and mutual affection. Dear friends, life doesn't stop at 50 or 60. On the contrary, it is a perfect time to rediscover our sensuality and live it to the fullest. The wisdom and experience we've accumulated are treasures that can enrich how we enjoy intimacy. If you feel that these changes have been challenging, know that you are not alone. There are solutions and alternatives to sustain a satisfying sex life. Most importantly, it is possible to learn to love and embrace each stage of our body. I invite you to share your experiences or questions in the comments. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, Wise Old Age, Sexuality and Health, to continue exploring topics like this together. Thank you for joining me in this talk. See you in the next one. Take care of yourselves and live your sexuality to the fullest.